programmed so you can hear us everywhere. Never miss a beat. This station and its programming is fit for the listeners everywhere with the most variety in Trinidad and Tobago. You are guaranteed to reach your target market with More FM 104.7. Get more sales, get more clients. Book your ads today by calling us 221-4913.
A lucky homeowner will win a brand new car. Yes! A brand new Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Yes, park in your 4-vehicle parking space. Limited availability. Get in a gear with DG Homes' newest gated community, Daniel Estate. The oasis of Cunupia will satisfy your needs for a new lifestyle. Beautifully designed, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, modern interior, sophisticated finishings, with superbly manicured landscaped green spaces, front and backyard included, starting at $1.65 million. Call now and book a viewing. 691-5659. Beautiful home, beautiful car, beautiful life. Home is DG Homes, Daniel Estate, Cunupia.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Need quality printing at affordable prices? Then look no further. At Graphic Source, we've got you covered. Take your project to the next level for all your designs and printing needs. From t-shirt printing to labels, signs, and banners. Look no further. Business stamps, flyers, tickets, and invites, just to name a few. With 2 convenient locations. Eastern Main Road, St. Augustine, opposite Massey's Stores. And Arima Shopping Center, Broadway Street, Arima. Contact us today. 342-2664, 270-0428, or 360-8917. Graphic Source, your #1 source. You name it, we design it and print it.
Get ready to board the Harbor Master. Easter Sunday night for Howie T Annual Boat Cruise. Clash of Generations. Sunday, 31st March.
Bring your badness on, come. I want you to bring your badness on, come. Come again.
Boarding 11 p.m. Sailing 12 midnight. Dress elegantly in orange and black. Featuring Angel Journey, Digital Dice, King Kabuki, and the Hitman Howie T.
Welcome the king of the dance hall.
Tickets at $200. Get them now at Sion's Bar San Fernando, Como Barbershop, Mizikono Mall, Chagones, Bobby's Bar, Curep, Caliente Bar, Curep, Fans International, Trin City Mall, and Arima, New Luna Bar, Aruca, Revive Beauty Bar, Macoya Lights, Ben's Hideaway, Pinto Road, Arima, Roadside Cafe San Juan, Amanda's Grill, Excellent City Port of Spain, and the Sour Team, the Hitman Howie T Annual Boat Cruise. Clash of Generations.
Me and the band is from down the 90s. I love the vibes where you bring.
Sunday, 31st March. Get ready to board the Harbor Master. Easter Sunday night. 104.7 FM is your official station for Clash of Generations.
It's official. July 20th. Join the celebration. Center of Excellence. Soca, R&B, chutney, reggae, and more music festival.
Shiny and Ari Restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. Serving local breakfast items like sada, fried bake, roast bake, and pies. With all your favorite local fillings. Assorted lunches available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get pilau for $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. They also have soup specials as well as crab and dumpling. From 6 p.m. have dinner on the pavement a la carte with burgers, fried nuggets, gyro, and just about anything you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your order. Shiny and Ari, Main Road, St. James, open 7 days a week.
The big question today, how much will my electricity bill increase? Stop worrying. Act now. Replace your bulbs with energy-efficient LED bulbs now available at Trinity Light. When you purchase 4 60-watt LED bulbs for $112.50, you get 2 absolutely free. That's right, absolutely free. Or purchase 3 100-watt LED bulbs for the same price and get 1 100-watt LED bulb free. Trinity also has the following option. Purchase 2 4-foot LED tubes or 1 8-foot or 2 LED colored bulbs for the same price, $112.50. At Trinity, we also stock specialty items and a wide range of electrical supplies for all your household, medical, marine, commercial, and much more. Any hard-to-find bulbs or parts, we can source it locally or internationally. Check us out at 123 Western Main Road in St. James. Call 628-8373, WhatsApp 461-8620, or email trinityetc@yahoo.com.
Hey, you! Yes, you! Need quality printing at affordable prices? Then look no further. At Graphic Source, we've got you covered. Take your project to the next level for all your designs and printing needs. From t-shirt printing to labels, signs, and banners. Look no further. Business stamps, flyers, tickets, and invites, just to name a few. With 2 convenient locations. Eastern Main Road, St. Augustine, opposite Massey's Doors. And Arima Shopping Center, Broadway Street, Arima. Contact us today. 342-2664, 270-0428, or 360-8917. Graphic Source, your #1 source. You name it, we design it and print it.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Yes, indeed. We are back. Time check is just about 22 minutes. Make sure. No, 11 minutes past your 7 o'clock. Why am I running on the time? No. We have a lot of time, and we don't want to, of course, shortchange you at all. I know quite a few of you have some very stern and, of course, concerns with respect to what is happening in the country today, and we don't want, of course, to miss any opportunity to provide you so, particularly with, especially as far as running down the time is concerned. No. We will not be so inclined or obliged. That being said, of course, I know that there is this issue that Mikey mentioned. I know too that there's attention is being paid to the rectification thereof, as far as viewers on the Real Media TT on the specific platform of YouTube and Facebook. Nothing dissimilar to what I would normally experience in the night on the corridor transmission. That's the nature of the technology, and of course Murphy's Law sometimes come about. When something has to go wrong, it will at the worst possible time. But that being as it may, perseverance, tenacity, know-how, and of course a zeal for competence and efficaciousness or efficiency will certainly solve those problems, as I have experienced myself. That being as may, I was making the point earlier that there was an unfortunate police involvement situation with that protest out at Cunningham Trace out there in Chaguanas. Because the people were protesting for lack of water and the deteriorating road situation. We did interview, of course, a member of the protesting team there or group, and I understand that there was a sort of brutish approach by the police, and maybe too much force or too insensitive to the situation, having regard, of course, to the fact that it's water we are talking about, a life-saving and a fundamental part of living or to exist in any society and as a human being. And therefore, I caution and I ask the police to be a little more sensitive to the situation. I know that, of course, they can protest to the extent to which they don't infringe on other persons who are not protesting or who are not so inclined, but they may engender some inconvenience. Well, even in those circumstances, the opportunity should not be used to be brutal, to be aggressive, to the point where you further deteriorate the relationship between the community. And I'm talking here generically across Trinidad and Tobago, and that of the police service. So you have a duty and responsibility to, of course, take that on board when you are making your intervention. Of course, one expects to preserve the peace, but if the peace is threatened, well, I expect you're going to take appropriate action, but it must be, of course, measured so that the protesting parties, for example, in this case, don't feel that they have been victimized or in any way intimidated to the point where they must not, of course, express a concern that any human being in any society, anywhere in the world, far less for Trinidad and Tobago, that would be concerned about, since they can't get water to bathe, they can't get water to feed themselves, they can't get water, of course, to send children to school, and we can go on and on. So I'm sure that policemen, just as every other human being, will be sensitive to that, and therefore your conduct must be, as I said, measured in recognizing that. That being as it may, of course, let's go to the lines, and I would love to get an update as to what has transpired in terms of WASA's response, because we look at immediate response as block-borne water supply, a reliable one, and then, of course, the possibility of maybe drilling a couple wells so that that pressure problem or whatever it is would be alleviated for that section of the community, which of course says that just not too far from them, where the well-to-do reside, they are getting water, but the poor section of the community are not getting, and therefore that is a level of discrimination, is a level of bias, is a level of demonstrating and sowing the seeds of discord and upheaval, social upheaval, and you don't want that, especially to add to the numerous issues that we have, whether economic, whether it be crime, etc. But let's go to the lines, as I said, and let me just give you the numbers for the new callers, 229-0251, 229-0251. So if there's a member of that protesting team could call us, we will appreciate that. 239-5120, 239-5120, and of course, a WhatsApp. You can WhatsApp us at 366-3053. We go to the lines. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Listen, good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Well, all who complain and all they hearing, all they who are talking about water, who are talking about this, who are talking about that. Well, let us say only called about good morning to the 18th. The 18th is just now. That is all. We go see, and we go know who. The 18th, yes. That is all.
I hear you. Significant date, a significant date indeed. Yes, in Trinidad and Tobago, and of course to tell this administration that enough is enough, and therefore we must, as a conscientious, law-abiding, as well as patriotic citizens, respond appropriately. We go back to the lines. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, don't forget, of course, the numbers to call. We're resolving some issues. But good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Let us me again. You asked for the cricket ground. The
name of it.
The ground is in Perseverance, right by the cross. It's a family that occupied that ground, and they was friends with the corporation, with the council.
Right, and the name of the ground. What's the name of the ground? The name of the ground.
Is it Perseverance by the cross? By the ground. That's the only ground it have in Perseverance. That is the only ground it have in Perseverance.
So
and it's in Perseverance in Cuba, yeah.
What's the name of the corporation that services
it's like Cuba Corporation, the Rastaman, he's the manager in it.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that they are listening, and the
consul and the friends them who control the ground, the family, them is friends and family now, boy. So them alone occupy the ground, and they put 2 iron gate sheet and they block up the whole grandstand, so nobody can use the grandstand.
Yeah, that can be.
Yeah.
There must be a process. Yes.
Yeah, only when them going to play get together to play cricket and thing, and when they're drinking in the lime and they want to play cricket, that is the only time they go open the grandstand for them to enjoy themselves. And the rest of the little children and them, they have a little football side here for them little girls, and then they can't even go in the stand if they'll get wet. Nowhere to shelter. That is real selfish, and that is real evil. That is all.
Yeah. They can't commanded a public place.
And we talk to them. We talk to the Rasta. You say you have send somebody, you never send nobody, because there's a sort of family and friend control in the ground.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll cross that bridge when it comes. We want to make sure that the ground is left open to the public, and we are calling on the Cuba Tabakit, I believe it is, for.
Yeah, it's Perseverance ground. Nice Perseverance ground, correction ground. Thank you.
Perseverance grounds. All right. So the councillors and anybody else who is in authority could call us. They just make sure to tell us what, if there are technical issues, that you could tell us so that everybody knows what the issues are, right? As in the interest of democracy and transparency and accountability. Good morning.
Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Mikey. Good morning, Andy, Newbie, and the Ground Report family. Lennox, first I want to talk about this 100 million Mr. Rowley talking about, and everything he talk about is this one. Every time you come from a holiday, we have money to do this because of the 100 million. Does Dr. Rowley know 100 million is only 2 point something per constituency? Crime is all over the country. So you have 2 million, just 2 point something million to every constituency, and you're bragging about that every day. So, another thing on the phone. Another thing I want to talk to. Let me forget Gary. Gary is just a distraction. We have an election today. Nobody expects nothing from nobody. Everybody has to do what they have to do. Gary could just call back Mr. Hudson Phillip in the grave or Mr. Dukaran and see that third force without help can do one thing, not a damn seat according to Chambers. Mr. Hudson Phillip is far more astute than Gary Griffith any day in terms of politics. Gary think he could come and fight a third force to fight and win an election. So I'll leave Gary alone, let Gary have a happy time now, man. Stop even mentioning me. He irrelevant at this point. Yeah. So, well, you know, I sort of lost my train of thoughts going at Gary there. I'll have to call back. Thank you.
My friend, no taking. Good morning. We continue to take your calls, of course. And it's hectic. Good morning. The lines are open, and especially for the new callers, those of you who would have committed the numbers to your minds already, let me just focus on those who have not. 2290251, 2290251, 2395120, 2395120, and of course WhatsApp 3663053, 3663053. I heard Mikey earlier. Don't know what has happened there. He talked about technical issues, so let us hope that we can get him to, of course, make his usually invaluable contribution. And invaluable, I mean so valuable that you cannot find money to pay for that. That's what invaluable means. Just to make sure we give those C students a little opportunity to get a new word into their vocabulary list. And generally, of course, the lines are open. We want to take your calls as usual. Nobody has yet given me the latest in terms of the murders. I would want to have given you that exercise. And of course, as Mr. Karanaj rightly said, the 18th is inevitable, Monday. And of course, all things being equal, we expect that to be a historic day in Trinidad and Tobago as we continue, of course, as we have done with the pushback movement 1, pushback 2, pushback 3, pushback 4, pushback 5 in different parts of the country in this particular case, of course. But we will commence the hot, long 2024 period for this administration with, of course, the 18th of this month. Don't forget, 2 people, of course, have been asked to highlight it as well. On the 30th of this month, of course, you have the Shouter Baptist holiday. So you practitioners, I know that you are getting up. I know that's a special day, but the entire nation know how important this day is for the African generally community in particular, having regard, of course, to the historical antecedents and the subject to, of course, bigotry by the colonial powers, and leading into, of course, even close to, if not just after independence of the Shouter Baptist community and the prohibition that was on the books for some time, and until the advent of Basio Pandey and the UNC, pure and true liberation came with other amenities such as the construction of 2 schools for the Shouter Baptist community, and they are now contemplating a secondary school, as well as so there's a primary as well as an early childhood center up at Maloney, with of course lands that was provided. Not full compensation, nothing could of course wash that iniquity, but certainly this generation or the Pandey generation could not have been responsible for it. But what they have done as government is of course attempt by, from that perspective, bring amends, and of course I know it is welcome. Archbishop Barbara Gray Burke Episcopus is still alive, and she has been spearheading this effort. Let's go to the lines.
Hello.
Is there a caller? Yes. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Trinidad.
Good morning to you. Yes.
Good
Speak
morning.
a little louder, please. I'm not hearing you too clearly.
Trinidad.
That's why I maybe. Yes. Okay. Go ahead.
Lennox, you asked what is the murder figure.
Yes.
Friday on Ian Allen, it was 87. And this morning,
How much?
I'm hearing Friday, it was 87.
87.
And this
all right,
morning, they said it had 7 murders for the weekend. So it's 94 now.
Wow.
The murder figure is 94.
All right. Thank you very, very much.
Yes.
You have any other additional comment to make?
Yes. Some time ago, I asked about Faris Arbari. Because I was not hearing him, I was not hearing anything about the ministry. But last week, Lennox, Faris Arbari opened a burial ground somewhere in central Trinidad.
Oh, yes, I saw that. It was hilarious, but go ahead.
And he said UNC had money to do everything else than to open the cemetery, which was long overdue. I said, well, look how Faris gone saying about dead and he look after the living. And how he think he got all that money to pay Nelson. UNC left the money there, so he had that money to pay. You can understand that? This man, he have no shame. I mean, the whole of PNM, they have no shame. Absolutely none. You gone talking about UNC did everything else. Well, open a cemetery. All the schools, everything UNC left, how much, 98, how much percent incomplete, and you all refuse to open it. But you get money to open a cemetery and talk about that. Thank you.
I mean, you God just to destroy the first and the bad. I first thought of Nina Marcy really when he went, of course, to treat with the dead. So I was thinking Nina Marcy, and that should I say infection seemed to have
Good morning,
encapsulated the government. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Dominic.
Yes.
This City Valley, go to the head of the car. You're a very intelligent caller. I admire you for years. Lennox,
hey.
I want to talk about Philip Alexander. If you had to come to join UNC, you don't want a clique. You don't want a party come in, everybody could walk in and why they don't make a clique and go and join PNM? PNM would not accept no clique. You can come single-handed and come and join. Or you want a clique where you could mash up the party. I don't know why they don't want to see no opposition, not UNC alone, you know. PNM wants no opposition. They alone must sit down there. They don't join with people. People just walk in and join with them. Vote with them. But when you see they can't they send the people to make a clique to come on to mash up. I can't forget. I have seen what they do with Daniel. I was wide awake. I was younger then, but I was allowed to see what they do with COP. Everybody come in. And I only put on a COP jersey. And they saw me in it once. I went down in the square when Dukaran was there. And they marked me. When they meet me, they were saying, you ain't see what they're doing with all you? I said, I know what they're doing with all you, but I know what they're doing with me. Because since she come there, I am very comfortable. I get money that I could do everything I want to do. Praise the Lord, thank you. They can't come to me. They can't come to me to sook me. They look how they zook Pandey. Pandey alone. I voted for Pandey now. When Pandey got his first 5 years. I see he work. I know he work. I see what he do on your road here. I voted for him. And sit down in the market between all of them, I could have get me death. They mash up the three of them, come out and mash up the party to put, what they mash it up for? To put back PNM. These people just only want something to eat. They don't care about nobody. All they care about people, all they care about all their great-grandchildren, all their grandchildren. All they stand up and fight, all they see what all you had. And all they see what all you get now. I wonder what's wrong with people. Every time I talk, they vex with me and train words for me. But I know what I am saying. I know what I have done. I can't forget what I've seen. I'm gone.
Yes, indeed. Very emotive indeed, but concise. And that is an expression that I think would resonate with a lot of callers. Good morning. We continue, of course, to take your calls. Good morning.
Morning, Lennox. Morning, Mikey. Lennox, you hear about the bacana it's had with these police and them who had to write the exam on TV, sing by the things. Plenty of people could not get through. It was a big
about 100 of them say to backdate the thing and make us and promote us. I don't know what is happening in this police service.
Well, it look like who they want, they let get through, who they want, they leave them out.
Yeah, and of course, earlier Christopher, the commissioner, is saying that there was some computer glitch. The spreadsheet, like it went berserk. so about 100 of them, the start is before the court now, telling them, listen, they promote them, and then of course they take back the promotion. I mean, it's just a ball of confusion.
But this one is with the new recruits who apply to come to the police office.
Oh, there's another one. All right, okay.
Yeah, this one with the new recruits for community service. They put a thing online, and everybody say they call and they can't get through. My grandson almost mixed up in that.
All right. I'll check it out. I didn't get that one. I know they were in the process, and I know that it would have been oversubscribed, but it simply doesn't have work. But what I observed with that recruiting process, because if the minimum is 5 CXC subjects, it tells me that quite a lot of young people have done well, and that to get their subjects, of course, as far as school is concerned, as far as making use of their education, but there's no work, jobs, and it reminds me of what transpired with the people who had recruiting for those pleasure boats at Napa, and then of course you had a similar situation with respect to prison. So a lot of disappointment will come up there. Yes, let's go to the line. We take another call. Good morning. All right, the numbers to call, of course, don't forget 229-0251, 229-0251, 239-5120, 239-5120, and of course, to just leave a line, leave a message. Yes, 366-3053. Good morning.
Good morning, Lennox.
Good morning to you, sir.
Family, Tunapuna here.
Yes.
Andy, wishing you to get well quick, brother. We're missing you. Lennox, I want to make a special appeal.
Go ahead.
Our good brethren, researcher, we have not been hearing from him for some time now. And I am making a special plea for him. Please call. We want to know what's going on with you. Especially now in this crisis with all this gas and oil turmoil thing taking place, where we see now Naikwan closure when they were given a license to operate in spite of the accident where somebody died and there was no closure to the investigation and whatnot, and they were given a license to operate because you yourself asked the question. And now we're seeing so much other issues surrounding the gas sector and whatnot and things, Lennox. So, I mean, we know that when we want to get first-hand information, credible information, our brother researcher is one who always have that ready to provide, yeah?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you before you go further. His services has been so acute and so what I would say pointedly accurate that he has been recruited by others who of course, and therefore he's a busy fella these days. And I want to say, well, it's largely because of the discovery of the Grog report. But I can tell you where you expect services like that to be recruited. Well, of course, he has been working. So it's not by accident you are hearing certain things coming out that appear to be a kind of researcher type information. Well, it's because of his involvement. So I say no more.
Well, Lennox, let me say this. Researcher is too much of an important individual, in spite of whether he's, occupied elsewhere. But the information that we get from him, the society, the citizens look forward to it. Because it is the only avenue that we get some, element of truth. Because why I say truth is for all the years that he's been making his contribution and refuting all the lies that the PNM been promoting to this country. Not one day they ever took up the challenge and tell him that, and to challenge them on any issue that he raised.
No, you're right. So it's up to him, yes.
This is what makes it fundamental that we need to hear him in spite of whatever assignment he may be on. Now, Lennox,
all right.
Coming to the thing now. Yesterday's Express front page, massive probe, Parisot Potter refuses to sign a non-disclosure agreement. You read that article, Lennox?
Yes. And of course, the respondent said they will not be silenced.
All right. What I'm saying is this, Lennox. There are too much issues in this country taking place, and especially with some of the conglomerates who are actually getting literally murder in terms of their style of operation and whatnot. Because this is a serious issue that was raised, in the parliament by Senator Mark. How come people could be taking over foreign exchange to engage in some kind of activity where they talk about people communicating with the dead and whatnot? And not only that, this hush-hush, the secrecy, the non-disclosure and whatnot and thing. And when certain people raise concerns, they are being removed. Just like the Lisa Agard, and all these people and them who keep raising serious concern in this country. Yet still all we hearing is there is an investigation is going on and what have you. But nothing has come to fruition, and as a consequence, we've seen that the government is doing what the hell they want, and nobody is making no noise, because when you watch the trade union movement, they set a numbskull on them. All of them sit down on the damn backside, excuse my language, and they're doing absolutely nothing. So PNM, as David Rudder say, they have permission to mash up the place. Now we're going again to today's Express, where I see now there's a removal of a gentleman from the security thing, because it said the head of the SSA sent on administrative leave, and now they are recalling Brigadier Anthony Spencer, to replace him and what have you, Lennox. And
I read that as well.
If I think I heard yesterday that Gary Griffith, I'm not too sure, please if anybody could correct me, or if you yourself, that this man, this Prime Minister, is doing what the hell he wants. He's taking all the authority to do things that he's not supposed to do, replacing people's security personnel and all this kind of thing, when there is a body that is responsible for all these things. So here it is. He's not a creeping dictator anymore, Lennox. He's a galloping dictator. But what I want is for those people who have the testicular fortitude, they say replace SSA Director Major Roger Best. I want these people to understand that what the ground report is doing and has been doing for over the years is seeking all those who were denied, who were being oppressed, and everything by the government. in terms of this suspension, removal from office and what have you and what have you. And we can't be doing this, we the citizenry, especially the callers of the ground report, to do things in the only interest to make sure that justice is served in. And you people remaining silent. Because when one looks at it, Lennox, this is no ordinary thing that is taking place. What we see in here, Lennox, is people are being, this is a comic book country. This is Fantasy Island with Tattoo and, remember Tattoo, the short man? Yes, boss, yes, boss. Yeah. So this is what is going on, that everybody just sitting down here. Even the people from the legal fraternity, and all these kind of things, the judiciary, and nobody seems to care one hell about what's going on with this government and what they're doing. Ultra-virus, the Constitution. And I am saying that all these issues must be brought to the forefront. Because when you see what is going on in the Parliament, and we cannot take it anymore, Lennox, because here why? When you listen to the Speaker and the President of the Senate, who keeps stifling the opposition, and you don't hear the trade union movement, you don't hear the business sector, the chamber, nobody is challenging the Speaker or the President of the Senate as to why it is all you're stifling the opposition, who are asking pertinent and relevant questions of fictitious deals and transactions and lies and whatnot that is affecting the image of our country, Lennox. It is not just an ordinary thing, no PNM thing. This is our global image. You understand what I'm saying? And when we have a Prime Minister who could be going to international forum and lying with a straight face. Now I see Dr. Munila raising some red flag now with respect to the ownership of this the barge and the boat that turn over with the oil and whatever. And this government is treating this as something as is ordinary, when this is an international crime that warrants international investigation. Because it's not only Trinidad it affects, You see region all to Aruba and it's going down to Grenada.
Yeah, but I'm surprised, and it has really gone international.
Right, because I'm watching it on.
And yet still the government is pussyfooted in terms of utilizing its influence or its connections or its association with international and regional institutions that could expeditedly treat with this matter and to get to the bottom as to who are the owners. There are too much convolutions and too much differences in information that the government remains silent on the matter, and we are ignorant as to what is happening as our image deteriorates.
People are showing that to watch me dialogue, because when you have a crime situation in your country and your government can't control the crime, you don't expect tourists to come here. Well, look how they're robbing them. You can't expect investors to come here and whatnot. And when we see things like this, people who want to come and invest and seeing these things taking place, you think people want to come here when they see that they have a government who
You're quite right. You're quite right. And there's no gainsaying. I had said on record, public record, saying you put despots down there. You put them in the lion's den, so to speak, but they don't have the miracle of the presence of the Almighty, and that is what happened there. Those tourists that were robbed, apparently they were searching for despots.
Well, Lennox, look, let me ask you something again. This is why I will lambaste all these so-called African conscious organization. NJAC, the Asian Support Committee, Kojo, Harvey Boris with what Center for Justice and all this kind of thing. You were seeing it because there was an article by Donna Yorche. If you read the article, where the carnival had been stolen and taken away from the black people, the poor people.
Yeah.
And you're not hearing anybody coming out and saying anything. This is something that is critical to the ownership, to the poor people, more so the African people. This is the word they use, culture. This is your culture. And if that is stolen and taken away from you with the aid of the government, your African people government. And then you hear they talking about you can't sell snow cone on down by the bridge, no banner passing there. So they actually remove the carnival from a certain fraternity, a certain, and put it to an elite.
The originators, those who discovered it, those who created it, let's not waste time. And it has shifted to the west, and they laugh all the way to the bank on Ash Wednesday, whilst of course the people remain more poor.
So this is my point, is that, the African man, I will say this, nobody is enslaving you, my brother and my sisters. You all are enslaving all yourself, because you know why? All you support a government that allow people to trample on all you and treat all you like dirt with scorn and whatnot, and all you have to be just the servant, your joint security services for them. All you have to be the KFC and all the other, social people who come out to just be service oriented, and you own absolutely nothing. Just work for people, and then you have the lowest jobs in the government. But not that you're discriminating, but the CPEP and the URP and whatnot, that you cannot go to the bank and get a loan to build a home, you cannot educate your children properly and all these things. It's so much factors. African people, get up. Stand up for your right. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let the race thing cloud you. Because what we're seeing going on here is getting tougher and tougher. And I hope that all these so-called, the Black Lives Matter and all of them, where the David Abdullah and where the all the trade union and labor movement.
Professional superfluous. We have seen the carnival reduced, East Port of Spain involvement is reduced to Cambule, the start of the carnival, and that's it. After that, everything goes west. Yeah.
What it shows and watch all it stands empty. Lennox, have a blessed day, brother.
Yes, thank you very much. Of course, we go for a break at this time. We go for a break, and when we come back, more on this edition of the Ground Report.
With Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
The rainy season is here, so be weather smart and change your tires to handle the nation's wet roads. After all, you don't want to be the one to cause any accidents, do you? So why not check out Racetrack Wheels right now? They're the only one that gives you quality tires to hold the road properly. And to top it off, Racetrack Wheels carries all sizes of tires for all makes of vehicles. They are the sole distributors for Salem and Achilles tires. These tires carry a full manufactured warranty and is the #1 tire for comfort and performance in this rainy weather. We have the latest rims in all sizes, all at drastically low prices. We also do blank wheels that could be drilled to your vehicle specification. It's all about new technology and keeping ahead of the game.
So hurry on down to Racetrack Wheels, 3 locations: 330 Eastern Main Road, Aruca, 82 Bethany Road, Bucco, Tobago, and 64th Southern Main Road, Chase Village, or call 285-9168.
So my friend, take it from me and be weather smart this season and change your tires right now at Racetrack Wheels.
Shiny and Ari Restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. Serving local breakfast items like sada, fried bake, roast bake, and pies. With all your favorite local fillings. Assorted lunches available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get pilau for $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. They also have soup specials as well as crab and dumpling. From 6 p.m. have dinner on the pavement a la carte with burgers, fried nuggets, gyro, and just about anything you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your order. Shiny and Ari, Main Road, St. James, open 7 days a week.
For over 100 years, radio has been the most accessible, and to date, it's still the most listened to medium everywhere. More FM 104.7 is programmed so you can hear us everywhere. Never miss a beat. This station and its programming is fit for the listeners everywhere with the most variety in Trinidad and Tobago. You are guaranteed to reach your target market with More FM 104.7. Get more sales, get more clients. Book your ads today by calling us 221-4913.
Get ready to board the Harbor Master. Easter Sunday night for Howie T Annual Boat Cruise. Clash of Generations. Sunday, 31st March.
Bring your badness on, come. I want you to bring your badness on, come. Come again.
Boarding 11 p.m. Sailing 12 midnight. Dressed elegantly in orange and black. Featuring Angel Journey, Digital Dice, King Kabuki, and the Hitman Howie T.
Welcome the king of the dance hall.
Tickets at $200. Get them now at Sion's Bar San Fernando, Como Barbershop, Mizikono Mall, Chagones, Bobby's Bar, Curep, Caliente Bar, Curep, Fans International, Trinity Mall, and Arima. New Luna Bar, Aruca, Revive Beauty Bar, Makoya Lights, Ben's Hideaway, Pinto Road, Arima, Roadside Cafe San Juan, Amanda's Grill, Excellent City Port of Spain, and the Sour Team, the Hitman Howie T Annual Boat Cruise. Clash of Generations.
Me and the banners DJ from down the 90s. I love the vibe where you bring.
Sunday, 31st March. Get ready to board the Harbor Master. Easter Sunday night. 104.7 FM is your official station for Clash of Generations.
A lucky homeowner will win a brand new car. Yes! A brand new Mitsubishi Expander Cross. Yes, park in your 4-vehicle parking space. Limited availability. Get in a gear with DG Homes' newest gated community, Daniel Estate. The oasis of Cunupia will satisfy your needs for a new lifestyle. Beautifully designed, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, modern interior, sophisticated finishings, with superbly manicured landscaped green spaces, front and backyard included, starting at $1.65 million. Call now and book a viewing. 691-5659. Beautiful home, beautiful car, beautiful life. Home is DG Homes, Daniel Estate, Cunupia.
Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. Shop at ADC Supermarket, Cleaver Road. A very comfortable and clean environment. These prices are unbelievable. Come see for yourself. We have the best alcohol prices. Don't miss out. Get those specials on liquor. Put food on your table with ADC Supermarket, conveniently located at number 4 Cleaver Road in Arima. Every Friday and Saturday is real vibes and live entertainment from your very own DJ Christian on Friday and Saturday. Everyone is talking about ADC Supermarket. Shop in comfort and in a clean environment with the best prices for all your grocery needs. Secured parking. Remember, free delivery. Put food on your table. ADC is affordable. ADC Supermarket, number 4 Cleaver Road in Arima.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Yes, indeed. Of course, we are back. Time check is just about 7 minutes to the hour of 8 o'clock. I expect that Mikey will join us momentarily. We're sorting out, of course, some issues that none of us beyond our respective controls, but nonetheless exist. And as nature will have it, and as human existence and experience will have it, well, we are subject to, of course, daily challenges that we must, of course, adjust as life continues to roll along. We open up the lines once again. Of course, good morning. Someone is there? All right. If not, of course, let me just give you the numbers once again. 229-0251, 229-0251, 239-5120, 239-5120. And of course, to WhatsApp us. I'm sure that during the course of the program, we will find some time to express us for those of you who may be a bit timid and inexperienced, but looking for experience, comfort of your home, sipping a cup of Milo or coffee, as the case may be, your favorite drink, and would like to, of course, send something to us at your convenience. You have an opportunity, of course, to erase and to restate. That being as it may, of course, the number to call, only WhatsApp, of course, 366-3053, 366-3053. We open up the lines. Good morning. Good morning.
Namaste.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, my friend.
Mikey,
Let me say good morning to Andy. Andy Williams, oh boy, 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 oh boy. Wow. Let me say good morning to the Ground Report family at this time. Let me say good morning to my UNC family at this time, who continue strongly, powerful, behind me, supporting me. I'm going to thank them very much for giving the confidence to Kingsley. I want to say this, united is a must. Going forward is a must. Today, all the opposition who went up against my president, the next 47th president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, everybody join him now. Even some of the Democrats are saying today, this is the only man to save America. And we are saying down here, the only person to save Trinidad and Tobago is Kamala Prasad, the successor. We say unity. We say all hands on deck to go forward. We say unity for Trinidad and Tobago, because the UNC will never forget Tobago. They will never forget Tobago. Tobago is a part of Trinidad. And you see now, when people, because I know Philip say all kind of things with my leader, I war him. I cuss him stink and nasty at Woodford Square, me and God Christopher. And anyway we see him, we used to make him have 12 tongues. But if he supports the UNC and Kamala Prasad, the successor, I say come aboard. Come on board. I don't have a problem with that. My problem is only with that. After Andy Williams, Mikey K, Lennox Smith, the Ground Report, and all these callers steer the ship for the last 5 years, I wonder if them come in and get big position and pull shots and call shots. That is my only problem there, you know. I don't have a problem with all them coming on board, you know. But you see the ones who stay the last 9 years, who get victimized, who get pushed, who can't get a work, who can't get a food card, who can't get a hamper, who can't get nothing in this country because they are UNC and they support Kamala for the last 9 years. And if they feel I will stand up and make UNC push us, because why? They're bringing in new people. I say all on board. But I see the activists, see the talk show hosts, you see the callers, you see the ground soldiers who steer the ship for the last 9 years, who hungry and still continue fighting, who bloody in the political arena and still fighting, who dead. I want to come back and fight for the UNC. This is the people I will be fighting for in the UNC. If they feel they're going to push us, if they feel that they're just going to come in and get big position, no. Work hard like Kingsley, work hard like Magic K, work hard like Andy today. Andy work hard today. It affect him. He's lying in bed now. It's not people I know. Pressure get high just by calling in a station to support the great party and to love the country. Because I know, you know what Dr. Rowdy said? The PNM party function better than the government of Trinidad and Tobago, his government of Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm saying this, my party must function well to govern the country, because we can't have a party functioning well and the government functioning bad. I say no about that. I say the government must be functioning better than a political party. But still, our home must be clean and sanitized for us the line for 5 years. 5 years. I do not want this government, my UNC government, to be a cheers government, a one-term government, a 5-year government. I am not playing for that game. I am playing for governance. So, I am not going to call here this morning and bash Philip. No, oh no. I am not going to call this morning and bash Guy Griffith. No, I am saying Philip and Guy Griffith must make up what they have. I am saying Guy Griffith and Philip must make up what they have. We in the UNC accepting all of them. But they're coming under one banner. Bring a party. Bring a party, no doubt about it. But there's one leader. Bring your ideas, bring your people, and we will work with it. Philip and Gary Griffith must make up. And I hope the hierarchy in the UNC, that has to be the plan. Unity and peace. Because Dr. Rowley, I was there. Them joining with Jack Warner, they joining with the union, they joining with every single body to win the 2015 general election. PNM went alone in the polls, but behind the scene with MSJ, Abdullah, with Roger, the deal was made. The deal was made. Yes, PNM went up on a ticket alone, but behind the scene, we in the ILP, we was instructed to not attack the PNM. Chakuna could confirm that. Chakuna and Rowdy meet late in the night. So the deal was made. And I'm saying that's the only... So when PNM say they go alone, they lie. They only go alone at the polls. But behind the scenes, they talk with the 1%, they talk with the businessmen, they talk with all parties here, because parties can testify and say, hey, you know, PNM called me not to come with the party, but to give them the support. So I am saying this as I close, final closing, that we in the UNC, we accept everybody coming over. But you see the ground report, you see Kingsley, Anderson, Bellman, COP, and all of us, Carnage, and all of us, Mr. Cruz, all of us who fighting. We fight Philip. We fight Philip. And we welcome Philip. And if Philip today support Kamala, Philip, we love you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, before I go, my friend, you still there? All right, okay. I was going to ask him what is view. Probably you could call back as to the specific overtures now being made by, of course, Kojo and excuse me, Philip Alexander and so many others as they have come to see the light. Of course, we have been not in the wilderness, but certainly in the vineyards, making the case all the while that there is a consistency. And what is that the PNM has been lying through their teeth and for their political survivability on the UNC and the leader and the leadership and the leader in particular. And now all of that has come to fruition. That is to say, what we have been saying, whether it be, of course, the fake oil, the fake oil matter, whether it be the fake emails, whether it be, of course, the Delcy Rodriguez matter, whether it be all
the social, yeah, you're right. Yes, all the social. Yeah. Yes. We have someone on the line. Good morning. Good morning to the table. Morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Morning to the big old man. Morning to Mikey.
Good morning to you as well.
Morning, brother.
Morning to I'm Trinidad and Tobago. Morning, everybody. Kingsley, boy, you space moving at you will take Mikey, please. Mikey on top of the school say no already, and I put Mikey up there. All who go to the top of the class, Mikey say no on top of the roof. But Kingsley, like you challenging Mikey for that, boy. Well said, Kingsley. It couldn't be better said.
Kingsley talking with passion, man. Morning to you, brother Kingsley. Yes. Each and every one locked on this morning. Good morning. Yeah. Indeed. Morning, caller. Think we have a call online?
I thought Lafayette was still there. All right.
I think it's time for us to understand.
Good morning.
That. Go ahead, call.
Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Mikey. I heard on the news they said that going to Venezuelan waters is illegal for the Trinidadians. But on Saturday, I was on a road trip and I saw 4 Venezuelan boats off Grand Riviere. 4 Venezuelan boats. So it's illegal for us to go into Venezuelan water, but it's legal for Venezuelans to come and fish on the north coast and all over Trinidad. So I would like to know what it is going on with the Coast Guard, with the government. You understand? Because petty things about funeral, UNC cannot do this, cannot do that. But the real deal, they're not looking after our fishermen. Have a nice day, guys.
Makes sense.
With you.
A genuine concern. Yeah.
Anybody on the outside there, newbie? Good morning. All right. If you don't have anybody online.
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning, sir.
Morning, Mikey, Lennox, Andy. And newbie, I don't know if Andy tell you don't take my calls, or somebody that tell you don't take my calls. Andy, you sound like you're better too fast, sir. Anyhow, Mikey, any money to Andy as yet? You see what his medical bills?
I know some people have been reaching out, so hopefully that they...
reaching out is 20 and 40 dollars can reach out, And if all of a sudden you send it over 300, things really hard. Medical, everything is expensive in Trinidad. I want to say, and what I came to say, sir, and I will be saying this morning, Mighty K, and since I was half 6, I want to say this. The UNC, I want this powerful young man, Philip Alexander, to know he and his followers are most welcome. Because it's only take somebody with sense to say that we cannot afford to treat him of this rowdy government, boy. Enough is enough, boy. I can't wait for that 18th. It's people from all walks in life. My ticket, when you all come on, we have a police officer at St. James Police Station. He said, Anderson, every morning I was listening to all you. And that police and other of his co-workers, other officers will also be in that walk. I want all of them, the police and all are supporting this demonstration, this protest, this walk, wherever all they call it. Right for the walk. So I'm calling on this is this earlier woman who seemed to be the commissioner of police. You see, it's 2 things in Almighty K. I will take all the time and listen to what I'm saying here good. No, whoever the captain let it take it this morning. You see, when you use your brain to reach to the top, you show performance. You see, when you use your body, you see, or you want to hear good. You see, when you use your body to go to the top, it's hard. Very hard. Right? So I'm calling on you, Erla, you Miss Erla, the Commissioner of Police. You see those 3 young men which was murdered in front of the Republic Bank? 2 and live in Beatham. You all be careful now. When I say be careful, we might just protest one of these days during this month, It's too long and the people not hearing nothing, parents crying every morning. The sisters who can't eat since they cannot eat them properly. And nothing is being happened with these officers. We hear nothing about them. And other things are being investigated swiftly. We can't ask for more stuff than that. It's over 2 years now. And I'm urging the Beatham residents, especially you, Chubby, the father of that young man, and the mother of the next one that live on 22nd Street. You all gather the people. And let me take them out to the highway, the Beatham highway. anytime around 3 p.m., anytime around 5 a.m. in the morning, and we'll see how much traffic is flowed throughout Trinidad and Tobago. All the playing all the wicked. The revenge of the poor is coming. The revenge of the poor is coming. So I'm calling on everybody to come out on the 18th. Make this day be real serious. I can't be calling every morning and waiting an hour and a half while Lennox talking and all the calling, all the not reminding the people of the 18th of this month is a Monday. Opposite Express, we meeting on the promenade. We need everybody to come out. That is my children going to school. That is my children going to school. My children will be also walking and me too as well in the school uniform. We need to take that day serious. Very serious. And I want to get hands, you Fitzgerald, the Minister of National Security, a gentle reminder. Remember, it has some UNC flags in the last election. All along the priority bus route, long side from Vimcut, from Mova Junction, come straight down to the Diamantry. I want to, if you can remember what money you pay to take down them flag lines. I want, and not me, is a man on the, a young man on the block, yesterday talk about you nines. He said, how much money I should pay, we take good them flags, right? He said, well, we gotta get more flags and put up. So, Heinz, if they can organize 107,000 again, I understand what's telling you that. If they can organize 107,000 again, because the more flags they're going to see this time. Right? So, make the money be higher. Don't I be want something? But I've got to look on and listening.
Oh yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed, Lennox. Good morning once again to all the folks that are locked on. Morning to you, Lennox Smith. Morning to you, Newbie. And morning, of course, to our brother Andy Pitbull Williams, who is, of course, coming along. Again, any assistance that you can render him, please send a message, WhatsApp message to 366-3053, 366-3053. And don't forget the numbers to call when we open the lines at 229-0251, 229-0251, and 239-5120. Send your voice notes to 366-3053. Folks, it's time to live better. We had to live better, Lennox. We didn't sign on for this. We have to live better. And while all this is taking place and people are talking, on the Sister Isle, Tobago, Mother Bernie, we ain't hear any Silver Fox, others, what really going on? How much this oil spill cleanup is costing? And what about the money for fishermen, people who have been hit hard? The people that they're saying that had to relocate. People had to be smelling this thing. Look how long now, and they have been affected. Who's reaching out to them? This is weighing heavy on their mental. Why is there such a deafening silence? And for some reason, this administration is not Tobago friendly. Look at what's playing out here when tensions mount between THA and the Public Utilities Minister. The Infrastructure, Quarries and Urban Development Secretary Trevor James is threatening to take the ministry and the WASA to court over planned road patching works on the island. So there's some mounting tension between Mr. James and the Minister of Public Utilities, Marvin Gonzalez. They see this, of course. Gonzalez told the media yesterday that he remains unfazed by any sort of legal threat from Mr. James. He said that is the same secretary who now has the THA entangled in an injunction embarrassment over the construction of a major road. He obviously enjoys legal embarrassment. That's what he said, that he obviously enjoys legal embarrassment. And Gonzalez was referring, of course, to the injunction granted by High Court last Wednesday on the 70 million Friendship Connector Road project. It's Gonzalez who announced last week during a visit to Tobago to commence a project to patch roads dug up by WASA across the island. And he said the damage done to the island's roads during WASA's pipe maintenance operations must be addressed. But on Thursday, James replied in a Facebook Live, advised the minister and WASA to cease and desist from following through with the planned repairs until there's consultation and involvement by the THA. That's right. For some reason, they're trying to circumvent the operations of the THA, undermine the THA, because they want to tell the people of Tobago, hey, listen, although you voted us out, although we failed you, although we haven't put your interests at heart at the forefront, we still here. And they are using these techniques and these policies not to better the lives of Tobagonians, but to campaign, to try to get back in. Because there has to be consultation and involvement. James said he was disappointed after 2 years. 2 years of asking for funding for road work. He didn't ask yesterday or last night. It's 2 years. The government had bypassed the THA Act, which gives Tobago responsibility over that jurisdiction to start his road patching project. So they're trying to insult and embarrass the THA by basically saying, hey, we know all in charge, we know y'all operating, whatever y'all have on it. But hey, you know what? We coming in, we don't give a damn. We are the ones who are responsible for funding everything. So we going to undermine you. Boldly undermine. But Gonzalez warning James to choose his battles. Who the heck you think you talking to? This Gonzalez from day one, walking to Wassa with his big stick and trying to dictate to people. Not even knowing for sure the work and operations going on in Wassa, have no idea, totally out of sync to the kind of sacrifice Wassa workers making. Going in Tobago now and trying to play that same dirty political game. And James is correct. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Don't let them push you around. What do you have against Mr. James? This man has laid out so much infrastructure, so much work. And here it is, you have contractors begging, pleading, crying out for money. That is not James' fault. Lay the blame where it needs to be blamed. Why is it that central government is not giving the money to Tobago? Why are you trying to starve Tobago, stifle Tobago? The contractors, there's a deafening silence. Stand up and let the people know what is going on. This is not about Trevor James. This is about the undermining of Rowley and his government. There are so many questions that need to be answered in Tobago. How much is this cleanup? How this oil spill affecting people, their livelihood, the fishermen? How people expect to continue just going about, sticking their heads in the sand and acting like things are not wrong in Tobago? And James and Farley and the team is not to be blamed. It's time to stop this nonsense. Trinidad and Tobago, it's time to live better. And the only way that we can live better is to remove this Rowley government. I don't care who come on board, and Kingsley is right, but respect must be given to those who have always been fighting here side by side. It was Kamla Prasad, the political leader of the UNC, who said last Monday, everything was written on the backs of these people in the good times, in the bad times, in the indifference, and we cannot neglect them or forget about them. Come on board, but there's no reserve position. Come on board, but understand we are not going to stand for disrespect. Come on board and respect and, of course, abide by the policies of the United National Congress. Come, but understand the terms and conditions. We deserve to live better, and it is time to live better. Hey, we're going to open up the lines and hear from you.
It's time to live better.
It's time now.
To live better.
It's time to live better. Yeah.
Total. Time to live better. And this bunch of albatross must get to. And let me do it.
Yeah. 229-0251. 239. Let's hear from you on the outside. Morning, welcome.
Good morning.
Blessed morning, Mikey. Blessed morning, and well said, Mikey. It's time to live better. My endorse Kings with the wonderful contribution. Don't forget the ground troops out there was keeping up the fight and getting victimized. Or they could come in, you know. But don't forget the people who keeping up the fight. Mikey, the 18th of March, locked on listening. So they keep up the fight, man. Time to live better. Love.
Time to live better.
It is time. You can't put it off any longer. You don't have that luxury. You do not have that luxury. Your children don't have that luxury. You don't have that privilege. You don't make up the elite. So it is time to live better. Every month you have to be guessing whether you're going to get paid or not. Are we talking about government workers? Is it that the country has no money? Is it that you're just dealing with recurring expenditures? It's time to live better. Who's on the outside?
Yeah. Hey, Mikey, just I didn't tell my contribution, but I get cut off. What I was saying is, everybody, anybody want to come on board, are welcome. We have no vacancies for political leader and all them high offices, people watching that from the outside. But you want to come in on the party, and from the ground we'll be fighting, dig yourself in the mud, in the dirt, and work your way up to the top, we have no problem with that. That's all I was calling to see when I get cut off. We have no vacancies for political leader. All who come in and want to be this and sit down in the big chair. If all they come in with that, forget that. David Abdullah and all the little Mickey Mouse party. All they had to get all they act together and come on board. David Abdullah, you know, he can't win nothing. You have a political party, everybody can roll in a small maxi. What difference all it can make in the country? Get yourself on board. There's two parties in this country, PNM and UNC. Get yourself on board and we go into the polls. And you remember the 18th, everybody coming out and we want to see on the 18th. We'll have an idea of what it is the people really want, if they're really serious. When we watch our crowd on the 18th, we'll know what the people really want. Tested, I look on and listening.
Morning, welcome. Coming out, 229-0251, 239-5120. And don't forget to send your voice notes, 366-3053, or you can make your WhatsApp call on that very same number, 366-3053. We will not stand for disrespect. And you're so correct. We are ready, we are energized, because we know it's time to live better. It's time. Morning, welcome.
Morning, gentlemen. It's time to live better. Gentlemen, I don't understand how people and how long it will take people to realize that there isn't any existence for any third political party in this country. Anybody like David Abdullah and the Gary Griffith and the Alexander and Ding, who feels that they're going to make any impact in this country where a third party is concerned, them living a dream that would never ever materialize. After the Dukaran and the COP, if this country rejected somebody like Winston Dukaran as a third entity in this country, you feel people like anybody else stand a chance? You know, people in this country don't even know that it have these other political forces exist in Trinidad and Tobago. So people have to wake up and understand, hear what? The problem in Trinidad and Tobago, since the day we became independent, was the PNM. The worst evil could have ever happened to Trinidad and Tobago was a man like Eric Williams to be the first prime minister for so long. So right now, people realizing that, hear what? For the time this entity spend in government, where are we today? Now, you asked a question just now, if we don't have money. Obviously, we don't have money. You just tell me one situation where Rowley in the last 9 years created any kind of financial prosperity for Trinidad and Tobago. Recently opened some company where they're making carry-on bag to go away and thing. Let me tell you something. As a man, I travel all about the place and thing. I was a little fortunate that I could have that luxury. Every airport you pass by, every airport, every big public distributor like the Publix and the Target, and you could walk in and you get one of them bags for $20, $30. Rowley say you're making that here, but 99% or 100% of all your raw material you're importing to make that here. All over the world, all in Indonesia, India, and all kind of, have them sweatshop, them making these bags, them and selling it out for $1 for one. How much money that going to bring in Trinidad and Tobago? How much money in revenue that going to bring out? So you see, he just come and throw out some little stupidness for people and they raft that up and they feel that, oh, okay, Rowley doing something for the country. Rowley haven't done nothing for this country in the last 8 years. And people have to wake up and understand that. For this place, for we to live better, we had to unite, everybody had to come together. We had to realize that by now, there's no avenue for a third force. Anybody think that there's an avenue for a third force or a third party and they're going to make any difference or split any votes and things, they just come like they're voting back PNM in government. So put all this perspective together. Understand that if you're joining a team, you have to obey by the rules and the regulation of the team, the management and the captain. As you come and you feel that you are best batsman and you want to be the captain, let me tell you that take your bat and ball and stay right where you is. Don't come and try to disrupt a good function in something. So we go in headstrong, we stay in focus. And you see one of the other issue with people, they don't like to obey good diplomacy. Everybody like to say, Rowley, before people and say, shut up and thing, they prefer to think that. When you come to a place that have good collective diplomacy, that you could sit and talk, and they want to come and buff up and say, oh, because this person quiet and they're decent and thing, let me behave like a wajank and try to bullish you into accepting what I want. And then they're going to realize how strong and focused this lady really is. And this is the leadership we want for Trinidad and Tobago. Mobilize, get all the facts together, come together. Let me support the UNC and let me go together as one so we can live better. Have a good morning, gentlemen. Take care. Later.
Thank you, caller. Thank you. We're going to take a short break and come back. That's right. It's time to live better. It's time. You can't put it off. Your best life is waiting for you. Better governance, better efficiencies, everything. It is time to live better. You ain't tired, boy. Oh, God. Every morning you wake up, you see Rowdy and then again. Let's pay some bills when we come back more right here on The Ground Report. We'll be right back.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Chinese Ari Restaurant is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. 67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite Standards. Serving local breakfast items like sada, fried bake, roast bake, and pies. With all your favorite local fillings. Assorted lunches available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Get pilau for $25 or get combination lunches from $25 to $40. They also have soup specials as well as crab and dumpling. From 6 p.m. have dinner on the pavement a la carte with burgers, fried nuggets, gyro, and just about anything you can think about. Call 382-9347 to place your order. Shiny and Ari, Main Road, St. James, open 7 days a week.
David Guide and Son Funeral Services with locations in High Street, Siparia, Port of Spain, Couva, San Fernando, and Point Fortin. David Guide and Son Funeral Services is the choice for you. Having to lose someone you love is already hard, so funeral services and arrangements should be made easy. And at David Guide and Son, that is what we guarantee. We guarantee our customers exclusive services at affordable prices. Our services include funeral pre-arrangement packages, casket customization, great customer service, the latest in body preparation technology, and the best fleet of vehicles to give your loved ones the send-off they deserve. With 5 convenient locations located nationwide, feel free to call or visit us today. With full packages starting from as low as $7,500, call David Guide and Son Funeral Services today. Distinctive, not expensive.
For over 100 years, radio has been the most accessible, and to date, it's still the most listened to medium everywhere. More FM 104.7 is programmed so you can hear us everywhere. Never miss a beat. This station and its programming is fit for the listeners everywhere with the most variety in Trinidad and Tobago. You are guaranteed to reach your target market with More FM 104.7. Get more sales, get more clients. Book your ads today by calling us 221-4913.
Looking for top quality and affordable hardware supplies? Then look no further than Midland Hardware, number 97 Eastern Main Road, Arouca. We stock a wide range of tools, water tanks, blocks, lumber, steel, and everything you need for your home and business project. Check out our new display of steel windows and assorted designs of metal curtain rods. Midland also stockpiles sand, gravel, topsoil, and more. We have a variety of kitchen faucets, face basins, and toilet sets, bathroom mat sets, all garden tools, hand tools, generators, power washers, and water pumps. Customers can make payments via links, credit card, online payment, and cash on delivery. WhatsApp 327-7761 for free quotations, or give us a call at 646-2144. Open every day, Sunday to Sunday from 8 a.m. From foundation to finish, it's all at Mitlin.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life, because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
The Ground Report with Mikey K, Andy Williams, and Lennox Smith.
Yes, we are back. We are back. Time check, it's actually 31 minutes after the hour of 8 on this Monday, March 4th, 2024. And folks, have no fear. We did have an executive meeting over the weekend. And I know sometime this week, Lennox mentioned we are keeping an eye on what's taking place with this approval for Monday, March 18th. So our chairman, Mr. Robert Amar, will, of course, fill you in with more sometime, if not today, at least by Wednesday. So remember to stay locked on. It's time to live better. Too many games. You know, there's even something here by Chaguanas West MP, Dinesh Ramboli. And he says that the central bank's latest economic bulletin dated January 2024 is woefully inadequate in revealing the entire truth about the state of the economy. The report presented in February contained many instances of outdated data to justify its conclusions. The summary of fiscal operations has data up to October 2023, unlike previous reports which contained more current information. He said, I have stated before that the central bank reports reflect a scenario which is inconsistent with the reality that businesses and citizens are experiencing on the ground. I want to repeat that. He said, I have stated before that the central bank reports reflect a scenario which is inconsistent with the reality that businesses and citizens are experiencing on the ground. This report is no different. TNT's national debt has been on an upward trajectory. The current total debt outstanding figure, according to the same central bank statistics, is $110,865 million. This does not take into account the recent bond issue on closer examination. If you look at the central government's bond issuances as liquidity absorption measures, you would see a figure of 0. This indicates that the bonds issued are actually to increase the debt stock of the country. And of course, the continuing trend to use VAT bonds to pay refunds has not been recommended by all the experts. And the government has deferred the direct payment of the refunds to manipulate its revenue outcome to the detriment of businesses and investors. The impact has not been considered by the central bank in its report, with more than 10 billion owed to businesses for VAT refunds and bonds. It is clearly a recipe for disaster. Yeah, that's what's laid out there, by Lennox, and to the listening public. That is the reality. We know, and that's why we know, and we can say loud and clear that it's time to live better. 229-0251, 229-0251, 239-5120, and of course 366-3053. That's not your reality. All this nice talk and all this pretty talk, just of course to manipulate the facts and use statistics and data that is outdated and simply does not add up, is not going to help us. It's not. This government has been selling a lie rather than selling and improving the economy. They've been selling a lie. Rather than giving us better health care, they've been selling a lie. Who's on the outside? The lines are open. And look what happens in the THA as well. Morning.
Good morning, Mikey.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, Tuna Puna here, brother. Mikey, what you're saying there is so correct based on that information by Dinesh Rambali, because I called this week and mentioned that the governor of the central bank is lying to the population. Because when he talk about the inflation rate at its lowest, the economy and the business sector and whatnot, you know, one could definitely, I call Lennox could recall that. I mentioned that this week. And, you know, and a whole heap, because I even call and say, we don't even know the state of the economy, what is our fiscal balance, and what have you, our foreign exchange reserves, and nothing is coming from this governor of the central bank who continues to lie. And I raised that this as a serious issue this week. And here it is. We're getting it from one of the MPs, you know. And we cannot trust them, because all the PNM do is put people who they want there, who will carry out their lies and mislead the population. Now, Mikey, I call to draw attention to something. We see what is happening in Pakistan and other countries in the African continent where elections are taking place, governance is concerned and whatnot, and the widespread of thousands and hundreds of thousands of people coming and protesting, you know, based on governance, poor governance, and the country being ruined. I am drawing this reference to you in respect on what we just talked about, the state of the economy or whatnot. I have in front of me, Mikey, Sunday the 20th, which was yesterday, the Express, page 20, U.S. official visit for security talks. Linda Speck, the United States Deputy Assistant Secretary for Security Arrangement and Foreign Policy Advisors Bureau, will arrive in Trinidad tomorrow, which is today, and will leave on Wednesday. And you come in to tell me that you just come to talk about security, and that will only last for a day? I am asking, we cannot trust the government in providing information to this lady. Why our crime situation, our failure of our government, the head of Security Council, which is the Prime Minister, the Minister of National Security, the Commissioner of Police and whatnot, for their failure. They cannot handle the job, and we cannot depend on them to provide any information, tangible that is, to this individual, this woman, so that they could go about drafting policies and whatnot, and formulating, you know, coming up with ideas and things. What I would have appreciated could have been an open forum, inviting people from the business community, the opposition, and other people who would come and expose the reason why this crime situation is in this country, because of the failure of the government. And that is the only way that this thing could bring about a resolution, that they would get a fair idea of what is happening in Trinidad and Tobago in terms of the crime, because their citizens are being robbed here, their business people and them are fooling up and leaving and whatnot. So I would say that, you know, I would have preferred, although I have no authority in doing that, but, you know, in a situation like this, where crime is number one in this country, it would have been easier to have an open forum for, as I say, for the opposition, business people and other citizens of the country, including members of the judiciary and all these people, to come out and say why it is we have in this problem. Because, as I say, we cannot depend on the government to tell this lady, look here, so, why the reason we have it? Because they will continue to lie. And then again, you know, our Prime Minister, who's a associate, a close friend to one of the narco trafficker in the region, you know, one who's been blacklisted by the American government and whatnot, I think. And his close associate, our poor borders are porous, guns, drugs, everything is happening. And then we have another issue taking place, which we see that, you know, is treating with scant courtesy and contempt with this oil business, and they, seemingly that Maduro and the Venezuelan people have some involvement in it. And the Prime Minister is not making any declaration or saying anything. So I am saying, my dear, this lady who is coming here, she needs to make me a request maybe, although I mean on that protocol thing, or the opposition come out and speak out and put issues on the table that will let these people know that as a consequence of our government neglect, incompetence, and everything, this is why we are here. And you are here to sit down and discuss crime situation in this country. And
so true, Tunapuna. Thank you so much. You are correct. You know, as the article continues, of course, he's asking what economic growth is the central bank actually speaking about? Where is the data? Morning, go ahead.
Morning, Mikey K. It's a great man. The preacher here.
Yeah, preacher. Lower on the volume on the background.
Yes, I come around here.
Go ahead.
Tell the section upon it. Yes, tell too long. There are other people want to interested calling to build up the program, to build up the idea and the confrontation when it happen to make the protest. We want all the parents who are the children and problem with this gun business. They get shut down. Ezekiel mother. We want all the parents, all the children to line up. It's a general crackdown we have on in this country here. Hello. We have to make it out. Bring all them preachers who say love God and preaching Jesus Christ. Bring them out. Let them come out too. Because a lot of danger in their life. They believe in God and their family get shut down. Bullets down. All these things that bring forward on that day. A massive mass. Pull up the whole place. Okay? Bring speaker. Bring your Bible and to talk God. No problem with that. Our whole show done. And the idea is we have to come together. The people come together to fight the enemy. All this happens wherever the arrow has to be, the arrow has to be on one person. Okay? The arrow can't be on Kamala. No, not at all. They're not Kamala. So if you're posting your target, you know we are here putting your target for, not on Kamala. So Mr. Gary, make up well with Alexander. Make up also good with trade unions. Be wise and sensible, because I'm saying there are people who in government, they shop like a tack. They have all this party going on, they party and spend money to drive your mind. So they don't see what is taking place in the country, and the whole place is falling down. Be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. Let all the ministers and children love God. Thank you, Jesus. May God bless our nation. Let it come out here also too. If you love your country, love the status in the country where it has to be in a present life of living. All them, all who, because I long time in this thing, you know. Okay? And bring forth and other and let's start to Puna. They stay too long and talking, man. Who they happen? We don't want them long talk there.
Thank you, preacher. Thank you, preacher. I hear what you're saying. But you don't do the same thing. Make your point, as Andy would say, short and sweet. So we try to give everybody as much as needed. Mr. Tunapuna was making reference to the same story that I'm reading for you as far as the economy. So give him a little leeway on that so people could understand. Who's on the outside? Morning, welcome. Don't forget, the number is 229. Yes, go ahead.
Morning.
Morning, sir. Go ahead.
I'm calling in the relevance of the march on the 18th.
Yes.
I'm saying we have some people coming from Sin City. So right now I'm in tongues, so I'm using my partner phone in the house. So we were studying as it's Monday, okay? All those car park around town is monthly people and weekly people. So I'm suggesting to you all to highlight the fact that people could park in Savannah and walk, because I think this time go have a big crowd. Plus, I have some friends who are willing to come across from who work in security, could always put an eye out for the vehicles. So I'm just putting that out to you to let your people and them know.
Thank you so much, Gola.
Yeah, you
lines are open.
Because plenty people wouldn't be able to park around town.
All right, that's true.
Okay, all right, thanks.
All right, thank you, Gola. 229-0251, 239-5120, and don't forget 366-3053, voice notes and your WhatsApp calls. Good morning, welcome.
Andy for Gandhi. And Gandhi for Andy. And we want the foreign observers for 2025 general election. And the only way we could get that is on March the 18th, the following Monday from now. Good morning, Andy, Lennox, Mikey, and UB and Trinidad and Tobago. Uncle Mikey, my heart goes to the 5 fishermen in Cedros. And once again, SOS is sent out to the Coast Guard of Trinidad and Tobago, the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard. And they fail. And Heinz have nothing to say again. I only hope people understanding that billions of dollars is given to that ministry. So I want to know if Heinz is the Minister of National Security or Stuart Young. Because if nobody can really talk and come out and perform, because it's overbearing, and to see again citizens who apply the trade and try to make $1 by the sea is not protected. And when you see the friends in the high office, there's a big boat come through. As the boat come and still refinery for sale. So to say nobody knows who is the oil. But the United States Coast Guard could tell you who boat that is. So Heinz, spend some of the money on the vessel and them and do all the work that way. All the keeping up everything blatant to procurement, and excusers. All the taking contract for all of self is blatant to see. All the rob the whole country, everything. In there, like he hate to see $1 anyway. The CPAP workers they get paid. It's so where days. They used to tell you the big whip cracking. The big whip cracking on them. And yet still, just like the slave master days, they're in the barracks and yet still. Now we have a team trying to tell you like Kunta Tente, let me free, we sell, come out of this bondage, and yet still all this stick up with the slave master. What is this really going on in this country? And everybody will just pull aside. And them third party, little stupidest party, they're just the entity of the PNM. Because they will come out to say, then we get 10 votes to split it that the PNM guaranteed the vote. Well, it's so stupid. I say that, sorry to use them words on them. But it's overbearing. It's only illiterate people. Apparently the Baliliate Jews going to all their head. You telling me them is a party for how much years and not a voice concern. One take up this Kapayan dealer problem and not know they solve it. Then they're talking about all kind of things. And what do they do for the people? They're bringing out the people on the street and telling them that enough is enough for a better life. The farmers still seeing trouble. Only a set of PR and they're spending money, millions and millions of dollars at the treasury to campaign. All you seen that? And we had to save ourselves. But all have a nice day, boy. I want to say more, but later.
Thank you. Lines are open 229-0251, 239-5120. And again, send your voice notes 366-3053. I think we have passed, way past personalities now. Way past. And if we continue with all this nonsense about personalities and this one, and it's about Jolene, and it's about this one, and Mooney Lal, and it's about Andy, and Mikey K, is about Kingsley, is about that. Listen, we are doing an injustice to the people who really and truly understand it's time to live better. When we lose focus, we're not giving hope to that mother who has to compromise her sexuality just to feed her children and put food on the table. When we continue with this nonsense, we are doing an injustice to the man who feels emasculated by this rowdy government, who can't go home and face his family because he has nothing to provide. When we continue with this nonsense, we are taking away the security from the senior citizens who are the mercy of the criminals, even afraid to leave their home. When we continue with this nonsense, we are doing an injustice to the students who need to have in their hands devices so they can one day compete on the global market. When we continue with this negativity, all positivity that needs to be affected is going to be damaged. So stop it. Stop it. We're not here on people. We are here to ensure that each and every one who's suffering, who feeling the pain of this Rowley government, gets an opportunity to live better. You want to live better. You're feeling as though something is wrong. I understand that. And there are many who will be out of sync and out of touch with you. But the fact of the matter is you're not living your best life. Rowley has deprived you of almost all the good things that was happening in your life. The little nest egg you put aside for retirement, that go. The little money you put for little Susie and Johnny to go to college for tertiary education, that gone. The little money you put aside just in case, God forbid, something happened to your health, that you could go to a doctor, that gone. All of it gone because of Rowley and these misfits. And we deserve to live better. Stop the bickering. Stop pointing fingers at personalities. Respect each and every one. Again, come on board, but come with respect. Come on board, but come for the interests of the people. Come on board, but don't lose focus of where we want to go. If you are easily sidelined, this fight is not for you. If you're on personalities and bickering and gossiping, this fight is not for you. If you're simply just coming to talk about things and criticize, this fight is not for you. Move to the side, whine to the side, because we are committed and dedicated to saving this country. We know it's time to live better. My God, we have children, we have grandchildren, and we're preparing for their children, and we cannot fail them. Failure is not an option. The time has come for us to rally around Kamla Persad-Bissessar. Put aside your ego, put aside your pettiness, put aside your trivial issues. We deserve to live better. It is time now more than ever for us to live better. Let's do it. Hey, let's squeeze in some calls, 229-0251, 339-5120. And don't forget, send your voice notes, 366-3053, as well as send your WhatsApp calls in. And we want to hear from you on the outside. Remember, the key phrase is, it's time to live better. It is time to live better. Stop fighting yourself on that. You know right from wrong. You don't have to be something until you die. You don't have to be sheep. But most importantly, you know that Trinidad and Tobago needs you now. You need to be a patriot. You need to understand your responsibility for future generations. And that can only happen by getting rid of this PNM blight. It's time to live better. Who's on the outside? Morning, welcome before we wrap up.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
Yes, hello, good morning. To the Ground Report family, blessings to Andy, get well. And we need to have you back. I have got some information from a retired magistrate. He's not living in Trinidad anymore. He's in Europe. He was explaining to me that this thing with the Coast Guard is not happening today. When he was here 20 years ago, when he retired, when he resigned his work and went to Europe, the Coast Guard always give the fishermen a very hard time. The fishermen, they have been victimized all the time by Coast Guard. Another thing is the yachties and all these other people are flowing through to and fro from our waters. Nothing is being checked by the Coast Guard. Nobody is having any sorts of checks and balance by them. The drug trade is being flourished by these good bit of these yachties. They do all their trade. They are the ones who bring in things. Now we have our other people who brings in things. Now another thing is too, these Coast Guard, they don't seek the interests of the people. So these fishermen who have gone missing, they have no interest in that. They have no interest in that. Where they could get their money from the drug traders and from everybody else, they will take it. They have no interest into that. Another thing is too, anytime that we have to have any sort of communication with any sort of drug people, and these drug people, they have their trade. it is going to the Ortiz there, and we have businessmen going there. This is alleged, because this is what the magistrate has told me. And now I find that the Coast Guard should be investigated. Everything should be looked at with a fine-tooth comb. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day. Bye.
Thank you, caller. Thank you, caller. Who's on the outside? Morning, welcome. The lines are open. (229-0251), 239-5120, and again 366-3053 for all the good folks making that WhatsApp call or sending us your voice note. Morning. Don't forget, coming up next, it's Ria. If you have some voice notes, newbie, please run them. Play the voice notes.
Good morning, Mikey, Lennox, Andy, Newbie, and to everybody out there. Well, we have seen a lot of developments over the weekend. Yes, Dave Lux, hope you're listening. We saw where the PEP man called a press conference that he has been reinstated as political leader of the PEP, and they have agreed to join forces with the UNC and Kamla. Now, I would say welcome on board. I will say you have seen the light, but I'm giving you a warning soon. This welcoming is coming with a warning. We are not going to tolerate nonsense. Nobody's coming there to run UNC show. Mrs. Prasad Bissessa laid out all the rules on Monday night. You abide by it or you leave. Nobody's forcing you. But then don't go on every radio station, every calling program, or wherever you can get a voice, and run your mouth.
Shiny and Ari Restaurant
Because we heard enough of your mouth running already.
7 days a week from 6 a.m.
to yourself a little bit.
67 Western Main Road, St. James, opposite
Because
Standards.
everybody in the UNC, including myself, received a tongue lashing from you, and we're not going to take it again.
Local fillings, assorted lunches, available from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Now, my second issue is this allegations that are being made against a councillor from the Sawa Lavington Regional Corporation.
6 p.m. have dinner on the pavement.
Allegations that he was brandishing a gun at a youth meeting in Malik.
Call 382-9347.
What is really going on? What is really going on with these people who should be setting examples for the younger one? I hope the police is looking into this. And Lennox and Mikey, I read now where the procurement board is hiring people again. What is really going on with that procurement board? More vacancies again, and you all have just started? Is it more friends and family getting going to get those jobs? We need to know. Because all this patronage that going to one set of people not working again. And if all of that is not enough for us to say enough is enough and go out there, I don't know what is. Thanks a lot, take care and have a good day.
Kingsley, folks, you're going mad. You gotta make a song of the Kingsley going mad. There's no Democrat over here that like Donald Trump and he would save America, you dummy.
Is that the same Anderson that just before the last general election in 2020 sat down in...
Good morning, Mikey. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Andy, wherever he is there.
Yeah, listen, that brings us to the end of the program. Hey, and don't forget, folks, later on this evening, please do not forget the Swaha Hindu College, Napo Southern Main Road. So the opposition will host the 4th anti-crime town hall meeting. That's today, Monday, March 4th at 6 p.m. Swaha Hindu College, Konapo Southern Main Road in Sandy Grande. And featuring the Honorable Alan Chastanet, which is the former Prime Minister of St. Lucia, a leader of the opposition, Robert Ramsahai, former Vice President and Acting Principal of Hillview College. He's the former Principal of Presal High School, an upper-level educational institute, and Kavita Chotak, criminology graduate from UWI. So all are invited. Please attend. Don't forget, it is the 4th. The 4th, again, I want to repeat that, anti-crime town hall meeting, and it's in Sandy Grande, taking place at the Swaha Hindu College, Konapo Southern Main Road, Sandy Grande. So get there, folks. Get there this evening and be there from 6 p.m. We are out of here. Coming up next, RIA. And don't forget, later on, our very own Lennox Smith, Corridor Transformation on social media. Until then, be safe. We are out of here.
More FM Limited, its owners and associates, accepts no responsibility for statements made by the talk show hosts or their guests. More FM Limited does not endorse any of the information provided during this commercially booked segment as the truth. That you have to judge for yourself. We, however, reserve the right to question statements made. But in this time of misinformation, government-controlled media, and corruption, it is sometimes hard to get the truth. But we must try. It is not our intention to discriminate or annoy anyone. We believe it is our constitutional right to free speech, to voice our opinion, and our duty to the population and country to expose the truth. More FM Limited takes no responsibility for the opinions of others.
The rainy season is here, so be weather smart and change your tires to handle the nation's wet roads. After all, you don't want to be the one to cause any accidents, do you? So why not check out Racetrack Wheels right now? They're the only one that gives you quality tires